Hello everyone and welcome to Biophoenix. Here we discuss all about NEET. So without any further delay, let's get started. Today we will discuss about phloem, which is a part of complex permanent tissue that we know. So phloem is a part of complex permanent tissue. Now, primarily the question is, what is phloem? Phloem is a living vascular tissue which is living vascular tissue that transports food materials from leaves to non-photosynthesizing parts of the plant. It transports food materials from leaves to non-photosynthesizing parts of the plant. Non-photosynthesizing parts, examples are roots, woody stem, etc. Now in angiosperms, phloem is composed of sheath tube cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma cells and phloem fibers. Okay, so in angiosperms we can see four types of cells: sheath tube cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma cells and phloem fibers. We can see in the picture longitudinal hollow tubes. We call it sheath tube. In picture we can see some longitudinal hollow tubes. We can call it sheath tube. And in between two sheath tube there is a plate. We can see it in between two sheath tubes there is a plate. We can call it sheath plate. Sheath plate. Now in lateral side of the tube there we can see a dense and nucleated cell. We call it companion cell. So first we see sheath tubes, those are longitudinal hollow tubes. Then in between two sheath tubes there is a plate. This plate is known as sheath plate. And in the lateral side of the tube there we can see a dense and nucleated cell. We call it companion cell. Okay. Then you can also see phloem parenchyma in the diagram. But phloem parenchyma can be seen when there is secondary growth takes place. So phloem parenchyma is only seen when there is secondary growth takes place. Now in gymnosperm, phloem is composed of albuminous cells and sheath cells. They lack sheath tube and companion cell. So now we will discuss about phloem cells one by one. Okay, so first is sheath tube. So what is sheath tube? Sheath tubes are syncytes. Syncytes means aggregation of cells, or it is better to say aggregation of sheath cells that are placed vertically one above the other and forming a long tube like structure. So sheath tube actually made up of cells. Those are placed vertically one above the other and forming a long tube like structure. So this is sheath tube. Okay. Now each cells of sheath tube is called sheath tube element. Each cells of sheath tube is called sheath tube element. Here we can see in the picture tubes are associated with companion cells. and they are interconnected by sieve plates. Okay, so we can see in the picture, sieve tubes or sieve elements are associated with companion cells and they are interconnected by sieve plates. Sieve plates are perforated and that perforations are known as sieve pores. So by these pores, sieve tube elements are connected one with other. Mature sieve elements have peripheral cytoplasm and large vacuoles. Then sieve elements are living cells, but they are unique in lacking a nucleus at maturity. So there is no nucleus in sieve cells or sieve tube elements, but they are living. So this is very interesting. So there is no nucleus, but they are living. Okay, and the function of sieve tubes are controlled by the nucleus of companion cells. So remember it, the functions of sieve tubes are controlled by the nucleus of companion cells. Now, what is protophlorem and what is metaphlorem? Okay, so first formed primary phloem consists a narrow sieve tube, that is protophlorem. So protophlorem has narrow sieve tubes. Okay, and metaphlorem formed later and it has bigger sieve tubes. Metaphlorem has bigger sieve tubes than the protophlorem. So this is basic difference between metaphlorem and protophlorem. Protophlorem has narrow sieve tubes and metaphlorem has bigger sieve tubes. Okay, so now the functions of sieve tube or functions of sieve tube elements. They are involved in the translocation of simple sugar and complex carbohydrate throughout the plant body with the help of companion cells. Okay, they are involved in translocation of simple sugar and complex carbohydrate throughout the plant body with the help of companion cells. So this is about sieve tube. Now we will discuss about companion cells. Companion cells are specialized parenchyma cells which are closely associated with sieve tube elements. So the companion cells are specialized parenchyma cells and those are closely associated with sieve tube elements. Now sieve tube elements and companion cells are connected by pit fields present between their common longitudinal walls. In the picture you can see lateral sieve area and there the pit fields are located. Okay, so the pit fields are located in the lateral sieve area. You can see in the picture. And now companion cells help in maintaining the pressure gradient in sieve tubes. So this is a function of companion cell. Companion cells help in maintaining the pressure gradient in the sieve tube. So this is all about sieve tube and companion cells. Now in next video we will discuss about phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber.